you could do this with a partner, we could do it together. Let's do the first one together. Can I have who has a booming voice? Someone read the first paragraph? Yeah, could you read the first paragraph out loud quickly?
Two root questions of the human soul life are the focal point toward which everything is directed that will be discussed in this book.
So what's the most important idea? Put it down. Two questions.
Two
in
root
book.
questions.
Okay, put whatever you want, but it goes on this first line. You have to write it. Does anybody need one of these? Anyone missing one?
Does this have to be in a sentence? Or
No, just catchwords.
I have one actually.
Oh, you do? Okay. Do you need one?
No.
You sure?
Yeah. Somebody have an extra pen that's one red?
Yes, one.
Sentence 2.
The first question is whether it is possible to view the human being in such a way that this view proves itself to be the support for everything else which comes to meet the human being through experience or science, and which gives him the feeling that it could not support itself.
The most important thing?
The view of the human being.
All right, put it down. Just put catchwords. This is like that anthroposophical exercise, the essentials and non-essentials, so you're looking for the essentials. A view of the human being, support for everything. What else? Sentence, keep going.
Thereby one could easily be driven by doubt and critical judgment into the realm of uncertainty.
What's the most important thing there? Doubt and uncertainty. Put it down.
The other question is this: can the human being, as a being of will, claim free will for himself, or is such freehood a mere illusion, which arises in him because he is not aware of the workings of necessity on which, as any other natural event, his will depends?
What's the most important thing there?
Free will or illusion?
Okay, put that down. Do you need anything else other than that? Not really, right? Sentence 5.
No artificial spinning of thoughts calls this question forth.
Which question is this question?
Free will.
Freedom question, right? So no spinning of thoughts, right? Logical thinking doesn't bring this question forth.
Artificial spinning.
Yeah, so what's an artificial spinning of thoughts, right?
Logic.
Yeah, and it's also sentence 5, right? Also the midpoint, the intellectual soul sentence, let's just say.
So what is it?
No.
Sentence 6.
It comes to the soul quite naturally in a particular state of soul.
What's the particular state of soul?
Consciousness soul.
Thank you. You get a cigar for that one, right? Only if you're in the consciousness soul can you ask the freedom question. Otherwise, it's just a theoretical question. So what's the most important term in that sentence? Freedom question comes in the consciousness soul, right?
But
7.
it doesn't say consciousness soul.
Well, he just told you what it referred to. You don't trust the guy behind you?
Totally.
Yeah, you have trust issues. Yeah, no good. Okay, we can get into it later, but you can just put state of the soul. But remember I said you can only understand paragraph 1 if you look at paragraph 2? So this is the soul region, but you just said it differently. Sentence 7.
And one can feel that something in the soul would decline from what it should be if it did not for once confront with the mightiest possible earnest questioning the two possibilities, freehood or necessity of will.
Okay, so what can you feel?
Something would decline.
Okay, so your soul will decline, so that's important. If you don't do what? Your soul will decline if you don't
Think about it.
think about freedom, right? Or the freedom question.
8.
8.
In this book, it will be shown that the soul experiences which the human being must discover through the second question depend upon which point of view he is able to take toward the first.
Okay, so soul experiences of the question of freedom depend upon your attitude towards the human being question.
How you feel that
Right.
The attempt is made to prove that there is a certain view of the human being which can support his other knowledge, and furthermore, to point out that with this view, a justification is won for the idea of freehood of will, if only that soul region is first found in which free will can unfold itself.
What's the key words for the last sentence? How many attempts are there?
attempt is made to prove.
Right,
that
there's
there's-
two, right? So one attempt and furthermore to point out. So one to prove there's a view, second to point out that freehood has justified if the soul region, right? So a lot of it's pretty repetitive, but you have two attempts, one for the view, one for freedom, and then you have the soul region. Everybody have all 9 written on your paper?
What's the last one?
If you have 9 sentences, what is the midpoint?
Yeah, so,
Okay.
I don't
So
think this
if
is
you
right.
look at
This is
that,
not right.
yeah.
do you guys see any polarities quickly?
You can't see the light.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's just 9. Where are the polarities? Anybody see any really quickly?
Well, just looking at number 5, we have logical thinking and free will as polarity.
Okay, that's a polarity there, but how about a polarity between the individual sentences, like 1 and 5 or 1 and 9?
No, it's just a book about the 2 root questions.
Okay, so you have the 2 questions, and then you have the what? 2
Two
Attempt.
attempts.
attempts. Okay, how about 2 and 8? What's the polarity there? What's similar and what's different in 2 and 8? So you have 2 questions, 2 attempts.
They're connected because the soul experiences depend on our view of that first question number 2. I mean, a question in paragraph 2.
In sentence 2.
So paragraph 2 connects to paragraph
What is sentence 2 about?
8. Our view of the human being.
Right, so it's question 1. What is sentence 8 about?
Attitude.
Yeah, our view, our attitude towards the first question, which is then connected to the second question, was then connected to a soul realm. So actually 2 and 8 are about the view. First question, right? I'm doing this loosely, but I want you just to get a feel for the proportions, that you're always moving back and forth. Quickly, what is similar between 3 and 7? What is number 3 about?
Doubt and uncertainty.
Doubt and uncertainty. And what is the doubt and uncertainty in 7?
Freehood or necessity.
What? Decline. You can feel the decline. So you have doubt and uncertainty. These are the only 2 sentences with strong feelings.
Which one?
Strong
Right.
feelings.
Negative feelings.
Yeah, negative feelings. The other ones don't really have them. One can feel the decline of the soul, and one could be driven into doubt and critical judgment, right? And then what is sentence 4, 5, and 6 about? No polarity, just 4, 5, and 6. Someone just said it. Yeah. So 4, 5, and 6 are about free will. Everybody go on to paragraph 2. We still have 12 minutes.
You need to get on Hawaii time.
Go through that with your partner, see if you can find the catchwords for each one. Read it through, main catchwords, and see if you can find polarity or any patterns.
The view, which is under discussion here in reference to these 2 questions, presents itself as a one that once attained, integrated as a member of the truly
In
living
reference to
soul.
these 2 questions.
Truly living soul.
Presents itself as one that once attained. Presents itself as one that once attained.
Okay, I'm writing down truly living soul.
The view which is under under discussion here in reference to these two questions presents itself as one that, once attained, can be integrated as a member of a truly living soul. The view. Yes, view. Truly living soul life. Truly living soul life.
2. There is no theoretical answer given that, once acquired, can be carried about as a conviction. Okay. No theoretical
Once
answer
acquired, can be carried
conviction.
about as a conviction, merely preserved in the memory.
Theoretical
There is no theoretical
Conviction.
answer given. No theoretical answer. No theoretical answer.
Yeah, I'm going to put down no theoretical conviction to memorize.
Theoretical answer. 3.
This kind of answer would be only illusory, an illusory one of the type of thinking which is the foundation of this book.
Kind of answer. Theoretical answer would be illusory.
So I'm going to say
Huh? Theory would be illusory.
Thinking-
This kind of answer, and it's referring to
thinking
the
in the
answer.
book is not illusory.
Hmm? This kind of
Thinking in
answer
the
would
book.
be only an illusory one for the type of thinking which is the foundation of this. The answer
Thinking in the book is not illusory.
is not illusory?
Yeah.
Read lightly in the beginning, don't bore a hole in it. Go light,
Being kind
because
of,
your logical thinking will make you try to bore a hole in everything.
This
Oh,
kind of
understand
answer
my thinking. You can't do that, you gotta go light.
would be
It's better to
only
be wrong and light than
an
try to
illusory,
be right.
would be an illusory one.
Let's go on to number 4.
Huh?
Next
That's
one.
right, read it as poetry.
What do you,
It's the best.
I'm still on number 3. I haven't written down anything for number 3. Kind of thinking is illusory. One for
And to think that
thinking.
there's a theoretical answer that you
And
can
another
memorize
recommendation, you don't
would
need to
be an
rewrite the whole sentence,
illusion
just catchwords.
compared to the kind of
As you
thinking
go
of
deeper
this
into
book.
the text, the next time around you can add.
Illusory.
Go lightly.
This kind
It's
of
really
thinking.
hard. There's no right answer. Okay, sentence 1, what is it about? What's the main topic? View. Anything you want to add? What about the view? What can become of it?
Integrated in soul life.
Okay, so the view can be integrated. Isn't that nice? It's great. Number 2, what's the main thrust of that sentence?
Can
No
be-
theoretical conviction
Okay, no theoretical answer which can be
memorized.
memorized, right? What's 3 about?
It would be illusory.
Okay, so theory would be illusory for the foundation of the book, right? Four, what is that about?
Living thing.
Give me a little juice.
About changes.
Okay,
Interactivity of soul answers questions.
say it again.
Interactivity of soul answers questions.
All right, do you guys like that?
It seems like the word region is important, a region of soul experience as opposed to a conviction to memorize.
Okay, so why don't we do that? No memory. Sorry, my handwriting. What did you say, soul region?
Region of soul experience.
Okay. I'll have to reverse that.
That's a definite.
Definite region of, so why is it definite, right? Because it's the consciousness soul, not the intellectual, not the sentient,
Does
right?
he use that spatial concept of region?
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, he makes up all.
What's the
Look at the
Ger-
name body. That's a goofy name, the I body. Why can't he say formation or something?
Do you
Energetic
happen,
formation.
do you happen to know the German for region that he used? Gegen?
Gebiet.
Gebiet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Seelengebiet. Gebiet der Seele.
That's interesting.
Last sentence? What's the subject of the last sentence?
True view.
Okay, so we have the true view. Anything else you want to add to it? What does that do, the true view?
Finds the soul sphere.
Okay, the true view finds the soul sphere.
Answers the riddles.
Okay, it's true view, answers the riddles. Is that a little easier? Because the soul sphere really is the true view, kind of, right? Answers the riddles. Anything else you want to add?
Impelled to wander.
Impels to wander. Right? So then you can change your life and impel you to wander. What's the polarity between 1 and 5? Oops. 1 and 5? What's the top? What's similar? What's different? What's the subject of 1 and 5?
Answers the riddles.
Okay.
And
So the
impels to
view
wonder.
is similar. What's the
The
difference
riddles and-
between 1 and 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, one's integrated and this one's not integrated. When integrated, it impels you to wander and changes your destiny, and then this is a possibility. What's the polarity between 2 and 4? He even repeats the same clause, right? He says no fixed answer will be given, no theoretical answer will be given, but a region of soul experience. So these are the answer ones. And then, is this a good one in the middle? Theory is illusory, right? Maybe more feeling level? Okay. Everybody okay? You get the principle of this game we're going to play? We're going to do it again tomorrow from the beginning. So
What does he
don't.
mean to wander, though?
He plays a game in German. He uses the verb zu wandern twice. One is accusative, one is dative. So one is to wander, and one is to change. Wandern. Wandern? Wandern.
Bundle.
Yeah, it's change into wander. So it depends on which case and which tense it's in. So he made a little word game. Does that help you? Yeah, it's actually been a long time since I read the German. Any questions so far? 9:56. Would you like to stop there?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll continue with that. Yeah.
Okay, so the Gebiet, which translated here as region,
Yeah.
I think you could also translate it as domain. A domain of soul experience.
Right. And that's really hard because it doesn't make any sense in German. It
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense in English.
Right.
But that said, because we went through all of the possibilities, that's just, yeah, domain sounds like a physical domain. When people start justifying it, like,
Well, I mean, today
Right.
we use the word domain name. It's not a
Right.
physical thing.
So maybe it
Yeah.
is better.
I'm just suggesting as an alternative.
in the future we'll probably just spell it out what it is, like the consciousness soul for an anthroposophist, and for other people, a higher soul, maybe we can find in like the Bhagavad Gita, you know. Right? So who knows what to do with it.
Time and space. So when you bring up the term region, in my mind, it associates to time and space, whereas consciousness transcends.
And like I said, maybe it's time to just use the proper nomenclature, which he didn't use. He kind of, you know,
I feel so stupid that I didn't learn German.
no, you don't need it. It's not your fault. Any other questions? Otherwise, thank you, everybody. Have a good night. I guess I'll be here for a while if you want to ask me something. Thank you.
9:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you're really ambitious,
Thank
you can finish filling this out tomorrow morning at your coffee. The more you know, the better.
And we can leave everything, just walk away and leave everything alone.
That's my favorite way of ending it.